video, I'm going to be showing you how I shop zero waste at Whole Foods. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing some of my tips on how to be most efficient while shopping zero waste. Before I head out to the grocery store, I like to weigh all of my containers at home. You could also weigh them at the grocery store, but my scale is more accurate. So this jar weighs about 6 ounces. Then I divide this number by 16 to convert this into pounds. Then I write the weight rounded to the 100th decimal place on the top of each jar. And then the number 2 tip I have for shopping zero waste efficiently is to write the label of what's in each jar along with the tare and the lookup number on the top of the jar. That way when you run out of something in your pantry, you could see exactly what you need to get from the store, and it's already weighed and the number's on top, so that makes it very easy to just refill the same jar over and over again. Right now I'm just gathering up some containers. I have some of these plastic containers, some mason jars, and then I also need to refill some of my spices. So I just write the spice number and tare right on there, and then I refill every time. Then I'm also going to reuse some of these bread bags I got from my family because they make good produce bags. And then I also have another little produce bag like this. And then the third tip I have for you for shopping zero waste most efficiently is to make a list of everything you need from the grocery store. That way it's easy to stick to the list and not buy other things that aren't on your list, like maybe some snacks that are in packaging if you're trying to avoid packaging, and other things like that that you don't necessarily need. And I'm just packing up everything to go to the grocery store. I'll see you once I get back from the grocery store. I'm back from the grocery store and I got a lot of food. So first up, I'll show you what produce I got. I got some loose potatoes. I like to make some fries out of these. And then I got a bunch of mushrooms in this little bag. And then I got a bunch of single bananas because the single bananas are the ones that are least likely to be taken because they're not in a bunch. So these are most likely going to waste, so that's why I get the single bananas instead of a bunch of bananas. And then also on my way home from Whole Foods, I stopped by an Asian grocery store that always has a bunch of brown bananas. So I picked up a few bunches of brown bananas like this that are going to be thrown away because people don't buy these. And then I also got some loose sweet potatoes. I got a bunch of garlic. And then I got a giant thing of ginger. I like to make some ginger tea and then also put this in stir fries and sauces. I do get certain staples every time I go to Whole Foods, like bulk carrots, because these are not in any packaging at Whole Foods. I just put them in reuse this plastic bag. And then I always like to get 2 giant cabbages. I've been making a lot of sauerkraut lately, so I've been using a lot of cabbages, and they're completely package free. And then moving on to the bulk items, I always get a giant thing of oats. I eat oats almost every day for breakfast, and this container of oats, I just write the tare on top and then the number there, and then I just reuse the same container of oats every time I need oats. I got some coconut sugar. This is a less processed type of sweetener. And then I got some coconut flakes. And then here I got some nuts and seeds. Here's some flax seeds. I like to get whole flax seeds from Whole Foods, and then I grind it up in my food processor to make flaxseed meal, and I use that in a lot of baking. And then I got some cashews and sunflower seeds. I like sunflower seeds on salads. And then I also got some raisins and cranberries. I like cranberries in making some granolas, and then raisins in making some muffins. And I got some more pumpkin seeds. I also like these in salads. And then I got a bag of red lentils. I like red lentils because they're super fast to cook, so I make a lot of curries with this. And then I got a giant bag of green lentils. I eat a lot of lentils. And then I got some dates. I like to use dates as a healthy sweetener in sauces, and then it's also good chopped up and put in some banana bread. And then I got 2 cans of coconut milk. I like to use this in curries and making coconut yogurt. And then I got a bunch of different spices. I needed more arrowroot powder to make some deodorant, so I got arrowroot powder. This is star anise, and this is cardamom seeds. And then I have some ground pepper that I refilled. This container was originally from Trader Joe's, and then I just refilled it. And then this is actually one of the few things that I forgot to put the number on. I put the tear at the bottom, but I forgot to put the lookup number so the employees know what number it was. And they actually gave it to me for free because they couldn't find the number. I've actually gotten a few things from Whole Foods for free because the employees were having like difficulties sometimes. And then I refilled this container of cinnamon. I like to use a lot of cinnamon in oatmeal and variety of baking. And then another thing I realized, if you do reuse a container from home and if it has a barcode on it, that will scan when they check it out. So it's good to mark off the barcode so it won't get read or just tear it off, because you don't want to pay for something that you didn't actually buy. Well, that's everything I bought from Whole Foods. And then, wait, no, that's not everything I bought from Whole Foods. I almost forgot. I also got some activated charcoal. This is not something I normally buy. I just looked up a recipe for making homemade mascara, and it used activated charcoal, so I'm going to try to use that. I don't know how it'll go. We'll see. Well, that's everything I got from Whole Foods today. As soon as I got home, I realized I forgot to get some whole wheat flour and all-purpose flour. I usually like to use a lot of that in baking. There's always something I forget from Whole Foods, but it definitely helps to make a list. And then I also got this giant receipt. In the past, I've asked for no receipt because receipt paper is not recyclable, but I found it's very helpful to make sure that they entered the tare weights correctly. So I always double check to make sure they enter the weights correctly. Well, I hope some of these zero waste grocery shopping tips were helpful for you. And if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!